Hey, we're at Sugba Lagoon. We're paddling in this canoe. And we brought Bearcats, baby, right here. California Bearcats. California Philippine Bearcats. International. Go Bearcats! Bring it! Hey guys, Coach Corsi here, Siargao Island. Kind of a rainy day. We've had a tropical storm here, but I wanted to get a video out this week on John Wooden. This is vlog number 15, and today I'm gonna talk about practice. So we're gonna talk about practice today, and kind of what a John Wooden practice was like, and hopefully this will help you as a coach as well. So number one, he had 120 minutes, 5 days a week. So he wanted to make sure that every minute was taken up. So some of the things he didn't want any horseplay. He didn't want any chit chat. He didn't want guys fooling around. He wanted them to love the game but not be funny and immature. So he didn't really allow that. Another thing that he did is that he really praised the non-starters more than the starters, and he did that because they needed more encouragement. These are great things as a coach for you to instill when you coach your players. He wanted to make sure that his non-starters had more encouragement because the starters got encouragement. They started, they got all the accolades, so he wanted to make sure. And then also his criticism or correction was much more evident with starters versus non-starters. Another thing he did is he never really gave the guys that scored the most a preferential treatment during practice or games. He believed in the whole team, that everybody was just as important as another. And so he really focused on a lot of these things during practice in 120 minutes. He also would never criticize the team as a whole. He would run up and down the court and he would pull out 1, 2, 3 players and give them correction. He wouldn't criticize them or yell at them. He would just give them correction. And as I said in the last video, he would always talk about, okay, good job, now do it faster. Now there's another thing. His praise was great, but he didn't give it out fluidly. He really held it for certain situations that really deserved his praise. He just didn't give it out on every play. He would really hold it back. So he had 120 minutes, and he became very meticulous in his coaching and his practice time, to the point that he wanted to choreograph his practice down to the last minute. So he would get little cue cards, and I would encourage you guys to do this. Go buy some cue cards and start putting in writing your practice. This is this drill, how many minutes, this drill, how many minutes. And he did that every day, and he would Xerox them off and give them to all his coaches. So his coaches were all on the same page. Many of his drills, he said he would never go longer than 10 minutes for any drill. He would keep his drill short, and if he didn't get to everything in those 10 minutes, then he'd come back to that drill another day. He wouldn't just keep going and going and going. Other things that he did when it came to his drills is that it was all competition. His drills were all about competition all the time. And also, he took care of a lot of his conditioning during his drills. His drills were most of them were based on running up and down the court, a lot of full court drills. So he took care of a lot of the conditioning. Instead of spending 10 minutes at the end of practice, he would get it all done during practice, and then he would just maybe go for a minute or two afterwards. He wanted it to be fun. He wanted the practice to be fun, but he never wanted it to be funny. he just, when it came to horseplay and fooling around, he didn't tolerate it at all. And he really got down to the nitty gritty, and he kept those cue cards. So I encourage you guys to do. He would keep those cue cards in a file, and we'd come back to them and review them year after year and take out of there the best things, and kept refining, and sort of like a sculptor's refining his statue, kept chiseling away till he got the perfect scenario. And he really believed that be perfect. It's okay, it's good enough to be better, but if you can be best, be perfect, go for it. And strive for that in every practice, every game, to try to be perfect in your drills and in everything that you did. Another thing he did in practice is he learned from Coach Curtis of how to use poems. Coach Curtis used a lot of poems to motivate his players. And John Wooden wanted to go a step further than that and make them more like memos or sayings or mottos that he could put on the bulletin board to really encourage his players. And he developed hundreds of these that we all know today. It's common folklore, not only for sports, but for business, for life. And I'm going to read these so I get them right. And I'll also put them in the video as well so you can see them. And these are some of them. Discipline yourself, and others won't have to. Respect every opponent, but fear none. The best way to improve your team is to improve yourself. Do not mistake activity for achievement. It is amazing how much you can accomplish when no one cares who gets the credit. Time spent getting even would be better spent getting ahead. And those are just a few of them, of hundreds of sayings that John Wooden had. And another one's is be quick, but don't be in a hurry. I mean, this man had so many memos that they're timeless. They're timeless sayings that we can continue to use today. So I hope this encourages you on John Wooden, not only in sports, but in business and life, to really attract and really, I've adopted a lot of these principles into my coaching over the years and really adopted this. I remember I had one coach that I was assistant coach with, and he would spend maybe 30, 40 minutes on the drill, and I never liked it. Just, okay, let's come back to it tomorrow. So focus. Don't do a drill more than 10 minutes. You're going to burn your players out. Go Bearcats! Hey guys, Coach Corsi here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and thanks for being a part of this vision for the future to impact our youth and the next generation. God bless you, and go Bearcats.